Long time no see. Well, it's been 2 weeks actually. I don't know how you've been, but things are just. I don't know how I'm doing really. I think I just seem I read all these lovely things about people, love and light, and all the happy clappy times they're having, and I seem to be going backwards. I was once told actually many years ago I was on a backward progression, which means I'm undoing. So I'm not likely to be happy at the moment. However, I'm going to do this story because it's such a weird little story. It happened to me recently, personal story, about the neighbours that moved in opposite. I thought I've got to tell somebody else because they wouldn't believe it, and it will help me to unravel it a bit. It is probably a psychic story, I guess, but I think I did a video some time ago about these people that are moved in opposite. I'm in a bungalow, you see, and there's the bungalows opposite, and the main young couple moved in, and I was ecstatic. They were so lovely and so kind. They had a caravan and a big black car, and they were a happy couple. So I thought, and they said to me, came to me, anything you want, do ask. We're pleased to help you. Almost a little bit over the top, and I have my suspicions. Are they chatting up old ladies so when they die they'll get their money? No, it did cross my mind because it was almost over the top. This will help you, and they did actually. The girl came round the next day. Do you want anything? And I managed. Her partner got her bag of soil from my pots, so it all started off quite amicably. When I felt a bit confident, I thought, oh, they could perhaps help me. I had a duvet to collect from the dry cleaners. I rang her and that's right. They helped me with the phone. They got the mobile phone sorted out, which is really, really helpful and kind, as you know how I've struggled with it. So they got that sorted out, and I sent her a message, could you collect this duvet from the cleaners, dry cleaners, and she did, brought it round. She was so sweet and so kind, a Yorkshire girl actually. And so I said, come on in, she came on in and put the new duvet on the bed, and next thing I know we're sitting in the bedroom chatting. And it was a lot of very personal stuff. I mean, she's obviously had a hell of a life. And I mean, she opened up to me, which was okay, and I shared with her some of my stuff. It was okay, I thought, and she left after about an hour. So that was that. And then I didn't see her for a little while. I think after that there was no need to. Then I fell over outside my car again. Exactly the same thing happened. I reached into the car to get some shopping out, and the handbrake wasn't on properly. I just thought I fell over backwards, dragged with the car quite a bit, well, a few feet. So they came running out and picked me up, and were very, very sweet, really sweet. I mean, they came in here with me and sat me down, and she went and got some cotton wool from somewhere and bathed my knees. I mean, it was almost like a bit overwhelming for me, not having had much care in my life. These people were almost too kind. And she got on her knees and she kissed me goodbye, and oh gosh, I was a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. Then it all went quiet for a little while, and they used to take the caravan off weekends and so on, and he used to go out. She said, ask us anything you like, we'd go out every afternoon, which they did, and all seemed okay. And then she came in again. That's right. I think she did have. Why did she come in again? She came in again. She came over and she came in. Oh, that's right. They came in to see how I was. She did a car boot on a Sunday, and they opened the door and came in. I didn't mind. She said, hello. How are you? I said, oh, fine. So they both of them stayed about an hour and a half, which was actually too long. So they were still in quite a theatre shop. So they stayed for about an hour and a half. All seemed happy and clappy, and then it was a couple more days before we talked again. I don't know how we talked again. I think she came around for something, and we sat in here. It was really weird. We sat in here, and she was on that seat, and I was here, and the stuff she was telling me, really. I mean, the thing is, I have been a therapist, and I suppose people see that in me, and I don't mind, but this was a bit over the top. I was quite overwhelmed really, because I still wasn't really well, and she went on and on and on about. And I thought, oh gosh, so I was really quite concerned about her. And the next day, I went out for my little walk with my new walking stick. God. The bungalow's opposite, you see. I thought I'll just pop round and see if she's all right, because they've been sending her prayers and angels, and thinking of her, hoping, because she had released quite a lot of stuff, and I thought she's going to pay for this. And I said to her, you might be feeling a bit low tomorrow. So I popped round, and she was a different person, quite peculiar. She sort of completely blanked me, actually. I said, how have you been? Oh, fine, fine. And I suddenly had the feeling she's lying. She's either been making it all up, or she doesn't want me to get involved. That's fine. But I'd gone round there with the full intention of sort of, well, seeing if she was okay, and she made me feel I was intruding, to be honest. So I came back here thinking, what is going on? What is going on? So I was quite upset. I didn't go any further with it. I just left it, and then I see the caravan's missing. Well, it's quite a big caravan in the driveway. The caravan was missing. I thought, I don't know about you, but my mind travels in all sorts of directions. I had a feeling that something wasn't quite right with the pair of them. And they'd driven the caravan off somewhere, left her in it, and come back home. Which actually wasn't far from the truth, but it wasn't what I thought it was. Which is the trouble, when you've got intuition, you've got to be very careful where it goes, because it can lead you down dark alleyways. So I left it as it was, and then I think I saw them in the street, outside, and I said, everything okay? I said, where's your caravan? Oh, he sold it. So that's all I got out of them. They'd sold this caravan. And almost the next day, I was standing at my front door, and he was opposite, waving out. Now, men don't usually do that. Women might. A man doesn't wave to a woman because, I know how they are. Wives get upset, girlfriends get upset. But I waved back and I said, come on over, which now I know what was going on. I'd fallen out of my car, as you know, I told you. I'd fallen out. I had some gold shoes, in fact, I've got them on now. They're gold, and the toes are all scratched and broken because the leather had pulled as I was going along the road, my feet down. And I wanted to show him my shoes because I've gone to Amazon and found some gold paint. You get paint for leather, and I got them all sorted out, painted them over. They look quite good, actually. I said, come and see my shoes. Well, he came in quick as a flash, almost followed me into the bedroom. And so we had this, well, I sat out here in the end, and he was in the hallway, and he talked and he talked and he talked. I don't know how long for. Same old stuff. How awful she was. This. I didn't really want to hear it. He's got a very loud voice, very intense, and I was like, I'm not very good at getting rid of people. I like to sort of hear them out and find the right spot, but you can't always, can you? I said, doesn't your partner wonder where you are? Will she wonder where you are? No, I'm going now, he said. So off he went, and that was that. And then, oh, that's right. Then I called over. I've been out for a little walk, and I thought, I wonder, should I just check? I had a feeling I should check their bungalow. Caravan was still missing, so I knocked on the door, and he said, come on in, she's gone. I said, who? He said, the girl's name. I won't use her name in case he watches. And I said, she's gone, what's happened? Oh, come on in, come on. Oh, I really didn't want to hear it all again. So I sat on the settee with him, and he never stopped. It must have been an hour and a half. Oh no, about an hour. And I was getting a bit saturated. He said, you all right? I said, I'm getting a bit mentally tired. I'm going to have to go in a minute. Which I did. So I won't go into the reason. I don't know the reasons. But anyway, the whole thing that she'd left, the caravan had gone. And I went back home to recover, and I lied down on a brandy. Oh Lord, oh no, what's this? What's it all? Why have I got caught up in all this? I only said hello. And of course, you see what people are seeing, I suppose, in all of us, is the light we carry. They think we can sort it out. We don't want to sort it out. Anyway, it was the next day. Oh, that's right. That's that particular night. Now, this is probably indicating what was happening. That particular night, I got a bookshelf, a bit like this one, but in my bedroom. And as I go by, I've got a habit of catching hold of it. I'm just going to check the time. As I go by, I've got a habit of steadying myself, and of course this time was once too many. Oh, it came out. 2 o'clock in the morning. Books everywhere. It was only one shelf that came out, but I can't bend to pick up these books. I had to put this. I thought, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm going to have to step over them, go back to bed and wait till the morning, see, then think again, you know. Which I did think again, and I thought, I know what I can do. I can go and ask the chap opposite. He said he'd do anything for me. Well, he could put my bookshelf up. So I went over. By this time the energies are hot enough, as you can gather. I went over there and he came to a door with a phone in his hand. I think, have I said this? He said, I'm on the phone. Well, I sometimes think people just carry their phones to say that, put people off, you know. I wasn't quite sure whether it was a lie or not. He said, I'll come over later. Well, you can imagine by this time I was a little bit miffed at all, you know. And I thought, it's funny, I was picking up something, but I couldn't quite decide what it was. So I came back over here and I felt mad. I began to get upset. I thought, this is really strange. This man is kind of using me in a way, you know. And now I've asked for his help. He's on the phone. So I waited a little bit. I thought, he's not coming over. He's not coming over. So I'm going to go out. So I did. I went out to the garden centre, got myself some plants. I shouldn't have done it really because it was too much for me. I hadn't got the energy. But a lady was very kind and helped me push the trolley. Another young man helped me carry the tray from the coffee. I thought, oh God, I've arrived at old age. But I did need the help and I was very grateful. So I came back full of coffee and, you know, feeling a bit more in my centre, a bit more relaxed. Sat down, knocked him at the door. It was him. Oh God. He said, I've come over. I said, don't worry. Well, actually, I didn't tell you this. I came back from the coffee place feeling quite perky. I think, I wonder if I could do this myself. I have to do everything myself, you know. I'd be a woman on her own. I thought, I'll try it. No. I managed to pick the books up, put them on the bed, and the shelf is about that wide and that long. And I thought, oh, it wants little, the men will know about this, little raw plugs. There's 2 little holes, I just say, put these little plugs in and it holds the shelf. I only had one. Oh no. Can I manifest 3 more somewhere? I went into my toolbox and I did find 3 in there actually, so I put them all in. The shelf was just a bit too, I had to really get this thing in. By which time my arms were killing me. Get the books back on. I managed it. It's quite a sense of achievement actually. It really is a sense of achievement. So I sat back and thought, thank God for that. Don't pull it down again. At this time the doorbell went. It was this man at the... I said, don't worry, I've done it. And he started all again about this woman that had left him. And he stood at the doorway. And I was sitting down. And he just talked and talked, and it was never like what she'd done. It was all what he saw that she'd done. Do you know what I mean? It was a one-way thing. It was obviously everything was her fault, you know. And I began to get irritated. I began to talk about the pain body. You know what the pain body is. Some of you will know. Eckhart Tolle talks about this pain body that we all carry, and I thought, I can see what's happening here. The 2 pain bodies are getting together, having a good time. I said, well, where's she gone? Well, where's she gone? He said, oh, he's gone back to wherever she came from. He had to get in his car and go backwards and forwards and take her stuff, and it's a real saga. And on he went, and on he went. And in the end, I said, I'm going to have a lie down. So he said, I'll let you know how it goes. I'll let you know. I thought, don't let me know, just don't let me know. So I've been trying to work out what's really happening, and I thought, he did say to me, so your advice would be, he wanted me to say to let her go, and I thought, it's not my job to give advice, but, and a quick thing I did say, well, you'll be better off, and so was she. Obviously, she's been living with this guy. She told me it was difficult. You see, but no one knows they're difficult. And he was a difficult man. I could see that. Very, very selfish man, very difficult. And she was full of pain and, oh, God. So I could these two people, I thought, okay, I'll say, well, let's look at it. You'll be better off. He said, oh, I'll be up better off. He said, I'm going to get myself a new car. Next thing I know, he's got a brand new sports car. He's applied for Social Security to pay for his money he got. He's got a new this, a new that, and he's a new man. Got a new life. He's in his 60s. I think he's going through a midlife crisis, maybe. I was thinking, this poor girl, she's up there, wherever she came from, with her daughter, I think, or somewhere, totally on her own, no money. And I thought, well, in a way, it will be good for her, because she'll be like me, with nothing, and you've got to start with nothing. And it will be probably a good thing for her soul to really sort of find a way out of this. I keep thinking about her, because she's very sweet, very kind to me. And this guy, oh, of course, the men always seem to get recovered, don't they? I suppose they've got fewer emotions, I don't know, but he's got a brand new MG car there, caravan's got, yeah, he's off every day and every night. Oh yeah, he's having a new life, having a wonderful time. Got back to his mates. This poor girl's up there crying, nothing to eat. Where's the justice, eh? God, it's far too long. I may just get it in. Okay, darlings, well, thank you for listening. Thank God it's not you. And I think in some small way that my light, our light, has actually given him back his freedom and her. So in a way, it is a good thing. Bye for now.